When Emma Lawson was given her dismissal notice, her hands trembled uncontrollably. The sheet felt heavier than it ought to have been, heavier than the rent she could not pay, the shopping list she could not afford, and the tears she could not release in front of her child. All she had done was offer help. That was her only fault. She had no idea the quiet man she assisted that morning, with messy hair and worn-out shoes, was not just anyone. He was Benjamin Hayes, the mysterious billionaire CEO of the company she worked for, disguised as a regular customer to observe how his staff treated ordinary people. And while everyone else ignored him, Emma stopped, smiled, and offered kindness she could barely spare. Now, sitting in her dimly lit apartment, holding the letter that ended her only job, Emma whispered softly, "How do I tell Noah I lost it?" Again. But before she could even think about how to begin again, a sleek black luxury car pulled up outside her window. A man stepped out, the same stranger she had helped that morning, holding something that would change her life forever. If this story touched your heart deeply, show your love, like, share, and comment your thoughts below. Emma Lawson was 29, a single mom working 2 jobs just to keep her small apartment running smoothly. Every morning, she packed her 6-year-old son, Noah's lunch, tied his shoes tightly, and kissed his forehead gently before heading to the city bus stop. Her smile never showed the exhaustion behind it. Life had not been fair to her, but she had learned to smile anyway. She worked as a cashier at Bennett's Grocery, a busy supermarket chain that prided itself on serving with a warm smile. Her supervisor, Catherine Wells, did not believe in smiles unless they led to more sales. "No time for distractions, Emma," she would always snap sharply. "You want hours, you earn them." That morning was especially difficult. The rent was due soon, her fridge was nearly empty, and Noah had asked for something she could not give, a birthday cake. "We'll get it soon, honey," she had promised softly, though she had no idea how. The rain had stopped just as she reached work. The store was buzzing with customers, and Emma took her place behind the register, scanning items quickly and greeting everyone with that same warm voice she was known for. It was around noon when she noticed a man by the entrance. He looked completely out of place, wearing an old hoodie, slightly torn jeans, and holding a small paper bag that looked damp from the drizzle. He seemed lost, unsure, invisible in the crowd of rushing customers. "Excuse me, sir, are you okay?" Emma called out softly. He looked startled, his eyes tired yet kind. I dropped my wallet somewhere outside. I just wanted to get a bottle of water. I'll pay once I find it." Before Emma could respond, Catherine's voice cut through the store like a sharp blade. "Emma, what are you doing chatting while there's a line?" Emma smiled nervously. "Sorry, Catherine, he just—" "Let him deal with it himself," Catherine said sharply. "We're not a charity." The man lowered his head, murmured an apology, and turned to leave. But Emma could not ignore the sight, his shoes soaked, hands shaking slightly from cold. "Wait," she said, reaching into her apron pocket. She took out 2 crumpled dollar bills, her own. "Here, just take it. It's okay." The man hesitated, his eyes meeting hers. "You don't have to." "I want to," she interrupted gently. "Please." He accepted it with quiet gratitude. "Thank you. You're the first person today who didn't treat me like I didn't exist." Emma smiled. "Everyone deserves kindness, right?" He nodded slowly, staring at her as if memorizing her words. "You're right." Moments later, as Emma returned to her register, Catherine's voice struck again. "Office now." Inside the manager's office, Catherine's tone was ice cold. "You just gave away store money." "No, it was mine." "I don't care whose money it was. You broke policy by assisting a non-paying customer. That's considered misconduct." Emma blinked in disbelief. Misconduct for helping someone? "Yes, and we can't risk liability. I'll be writing you up." By evening, the write-up turned into a dismissal. Emma was told to clear her locker immediately. Her name tag, her only symbol of stability, was taken. She left quietly, clutching her worn-out purse and a folded termination letter. That night, she sat with Noah, pretending everything was fine. "So, champ, how was school?" she asked, forcing a smile. "It was good," Miss Harper said. "I'm getting better at reading." Noah grinned proudly. "Can we get pizza tomorrow?" Emma hesitated, her throat tightening. "Maybe next week, sweetheart." After putting him to bed, she sat by the window, staring at the rain returning outside. Her reflection looked tired, but the kindness in her eyes had not faded. Across town, in a high-rise penthouse, Benjamin Hayes removed the worn hoodie and jeans, placing them on the couch. His assistant, Daniel, looked puzzled. "Sir, you actually went through with the undercover visit?" "Yes," Benjamin replied quietly. "I needed to see how our employees treat people who seem unimportant." "And?" Daniel asked. Benjamin leaned against the window, watching the city lights. "Most ignored me, some mocked me, but one woman, Emma Lawson, helped without hesitation." He picked up the small, crumpled bills she had given him, still damp from rain. "She paid for my water with her own money. Then she was fired for it." Daniel frowned. "Fired? That's unacceptable." Benjamin's voice deepened. "It's cruel, and it's not how I want this company to be." The next morning, Emma woke up early, not because she had somewhere to go, but because habit did not let her rest. She made Noah breakfast and walked him to school. As she watched him wave goodbye, she whispered to herself, "I'll figure it out. I always do." When she returned home, a sleek black car was parked outside her building. A tall man in a suit stepped out, holding a small envelope. "Miss Emma Lawson?" he asked. "Yes." He smiled faintly. "Mr. Hayes would like to see you." She frowned. "Who?" "Benjamin Hayes, CEO of Bennett's Grocery." Emma froze. "Is this about my termination?" "Yes," he replied simply. Nervous and confused, she followed the driver downtown to a towering glass building, the same place she used to send invoices to. Now she was walking through its marble halls, clutching her purse like a shield. Inside the top-floor office, Benjamin stood by the window, dressed sharply, but with the same warm eyes she had seen yesterday. "You," she whispered, realization dawning. "You're the man from the store." He nodded. "And you're the only person who treated me with dignity." "I didn't know." "You didn't need to," he said gently. "That's what makes it special." He placed the termination letter on his desk, torn neatly in half. "You didn't deserve this. Catherine is no longer with the company." Emma's eyes widened. "I wasn't trying to cause trouble." "You didn't," he interrupted kindly. "You reminded me what our company lost, humanity." He walked to a cabinet and pulled out a folder. "I want you to lead our new community outreach program. It's designed to help struggling families. You'll have flexible hours, a full salary, and benefits for you and your son." Tears welled in Emma's eyes. "You're offering me a new job," he smiled softly. "I'm offering you a chance to do what you already do best, help people." For the first time in months, Emma's shoulders relaxed. I don't know what to say." "Now say you'll accept," Benjamin said, "because the world needs more people like you." Emma nodded, tears streaming freely. "Then yes, I accept." As she left the office, sunlight broke through the clouds, a warmth she hadn't felt in so long. Later that evening, she picked up Noah from school. "Mummy got a new job," she said, smiling. "Really?" He beamed. "So we can get pizza." Emma laughed, hugging him tight. "Yes, sweetheart, and maybe even that cake." Across the street from his car, Benjamin watched them quietly. The woman who lost everything for kindness, and the boy who gave her reason to keep going. He smiled to himself and whispered, "Sometimes it takes losing everything to remind us what truly matters." And somewhere in the heart of the city, kindness had just found its way back home. Kindness costs nothing, but it changes everything.